Running a brokerage is hard work, so whether you're focused on building your own sales pipeline, hiring the best agents, leveling up your team's production, or protecting the culture you've built, you're in the right place. Real estate brings the challenges, and we share the solution. Welcome to the show dedicated to broker entrepreneurs. Welcome to the Brokerpreneur Podcast. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Brokerpreneur Podcast. I'm Dr. Ben Spears, the Doctor of Flow. I'm here as usual with the big guy, Matt Vi. What's up, Matt?
Not a whole lot, Ben. What are you doing?
Not much. I got a sore throat.
Yep.
On the outside.
Podcast episode attacked you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For those of you who are listening, you don't know. I was putting the microphones in. One of them popped out and hit me right in the front of the throat. The throat punch. I got the throat punch from the microphone. Whatever, man.
That's the sign of a great podcast right there. That's a podcast that'll throat punch you.
That's exactly right. I actually was thinking on my way in, I got something special for you guys, but I'm going to wait until after Matt tells us what we're talking about.
So building a strong team, but don't leave the episode. We're not talking about the type of team you think we are. So just tune in. You're going to love this.
Oh, cool. I like it. Well, guys, you know the routine. Wherever you're listening to this, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. The best thing that you can do to support the channel is hit that thumbs up and give us a like. That's the main driver of the YouTube algorithm right now. So we're super grateful for that. But I have there's some downtime sometimes during the holidays, mm-hmm. right? All brokers know that,
right?
And it really gives us time to reflect on our brokerages and really think, okay, what is it that I want to focus on? You always talk about that one thing with all of our brokerpreneurs, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And it got me thinking, you know what? We have a lot of listeners from, around the world, honestly.
Right. Yeah. 57 countries or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, something like that. And super grateful for all you guys.
Yep.
And I was gonna put my email address on here, Ben, BEN, at prospect, just like prospecting, boomerang.com.
Like boomerang.
I'm going to put it in the description below, Ben at prospectboomerang.com. I would love to know what is the biggest struggle that you're having with your brokerage. We're not going to share your name. We're not going to share your brokerage name or anything like that, but let us know what your biggest struggle is. And then what I want to do at the beginning of the year is I want to do a series where Matt's talking about these questions.
I love it.
Right, and these issues that people are having. And if we get them a lot of them that are the same, gosh, we'll dive into those first, of course. But I was like, I want to start engaging more with everybody and really saying, you know what, we talk about these things, but what is it that you want to hear?
Yep.
And I'm just going to put my personal email address out there. So guys, let me know.
And what we can do is we can do a podcast on it, right? And then we can deep dive on Friday if we need to.
Yeah, that's exactly
right.
right.
Secret Society, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I love that. That's an even better idea.
It's not a better idea. It's just an addition to an already fabulous idea.
Well, that's what I meant, man. We just made it. You 2X'd it. So, Matt, building a strong team. I can see on our show notes here that we're not talking about, necessarily
a college football team. Don't get me started.
I wasn't even gonna bring it up, Matt. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
To all of our FSU fans, sorry, y'all should be in.
Yeah, you guys.
Let me say that.
Well, for all of our FSU fans, sorry y'all should be in, and sorry you got to play Georgia. So we'll see how that pans out for you. But anyway, vendors.
Yeah.
Right. That's a different kind of team.
Right.
Right.
Yep. So when I'm talking about teams now, I'm talking about teams to build your brokerage.
Yeah.
Okay. So now is a great time. Go back and I mean you can pull people into your office and talk to them about it, but that's not really what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is just take 10 minutes, write down on a sheet of paper. Okay. We've got an inside mortgage, we've got inside title, we've got inside insurance, we've got property management, we have all these other things that we have, right? How good is the person that I have running it? How good are they at that?
Yeah.
How good is my administrative staff? How good is my transaction coordinator? So many times we get into a pinch, especially small to medium-sized brokers. We get into a pinch and somebody transitions into the role, and then we're a little forgiving about what they can do and what they can't do. And the next thing you know, the job that we started out with that we needed, that we had somebody 2 years ago doing, is a completely different job now because we're going, okay, the skill set of this person sitting there is different. So what I needed 2 years ago, maybe it changed. Great. Fantastic. Yeah. But maybe it changed because of the person. And
point.
if it changed because of the person, are those other things, do they still need to be done? Right. So at this point, I would just go through and kind of evaluate all the people that I have on my team. You ready for the fun part? This is the fun, cool part. You ready for this, Ben?
You know that's my favorite part. If it's the fun part, that's why I'm here.
Right, gotcha. Then you evaluate yourself as the broker.
Okay.
What are the jobs that you're doing, and are you doing a good job on that? Just give everybody 5 stars, right? On a scale of 1 to 5 stars. As a broker, are you handling accounting? Are you handling recruiting? Are you handling your training? Are you handling blah, 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 and rate yourself on those.
Yeah.
So the first thing you're doing is rating everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. That should not take more than 5 minutes. If it takes more than 5 minutes, you're overthinking it.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Now, go back to that list, and on that list, find a person that's on your list that's somewhere that someone else is weak. Just kind of put their name by it.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just take recruiting, because it's a fun one and everybody likes to talk about recruiting. Let's say that you're responsible for recruiting in your office. Okay. And let's say you suck at it. Okay. I'm not saying anybody out there does, but let's say you suck at it.
Yep.
Now you go through and you've got a transaction coordinator that just executes like a demon, right?
Yeah.
Is that somebody that could do your co-op follow-ups for you? Is that somebody that could do your the conversations after you have the initial, you do your initial value reach out and you talk to the agent, and then all of a sudden for the next 2 weeks this person's following up with them, trying to get them to do that because they do that. A great transaction coordinator, if the home inspector doesn't send the home inspection over, that great transaction coordinator's got somebody's ass in a headlock and taking them to the ground until they get that report over, right?
That's right. What's up, Amanda?
That's right. So don't you want that kind of person getting somebody on your schedule?
Yeah.
Right. So take a close look at your team and first evaluate how everybody's doing in the job they should be doing.
Yep.
And then wherever those weaknesses are, see if you've got somebody that would help out. Let me add one more thing to this, okay? Because I want everybody to kind of think out of the box a little bit on this. Let's say that you got a lender that's just killer, right? Does a great job. He's got a great process or all that kind of stuff, and everything is just, everybody likes him, everybody knows him, everybody whatever. Is that somebody that you could go to and say, hey, listen, I need a little bit of help in recruiting, and a little bit of your downtime. How about if you do this? How about if you reach out to some people that you've whatever and and all that kind of stuff? And in exchange for that, what I'll do is I can go to my agents, or I can go to some of the agents that we're talking to recruit-wise, and I will ask them to just give you one more deal.
Yeah.
So you keep being awesome at what you're doing. Go out there and have those initial conversations with everybody. And in the meantime, I'll help on the part that I'm good at. Because I can go to my agents and say, hey, look, have you given Ben a deal lately? Come on now. You know Ben needs one more deal. It's Christmas time. So go find a buyer for him. And so at that point, everybody's kind of collaboratively working together and see if that drives production. So the first thing is go look at your vendors, go look at everybody that's doing the job that they're supposed to. That's where I'd absolutely start.
Yeah, I like it. I like how when you said like, oh, you're ready for the fun part, and then you told us what it was, and I was like, It's not that much fun. I think his definition of fun is different than my definition of fun.
No wonder why Matt's like he is. Yeah. He's got a sick idea of what fun is.
Yeah, I mean, now it makes me feel better because it's like, I'm like, hey, Matt, did you do anything fun this weekend? And you're like, no, not really. We just hung out. And then I'm going to think, man, he probably had a lot of fun.
Right? Or he says, did you do a lot of fun this weekend? I was like, yeah, I had a great time. I was at the office for 19 hours
he was
a day.
rating himself on a scale of 1 to 5. Oh, man. Awesome. Well, so the next thing we have on here is your staff.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, you got your vendors. Right now you're bringing it closer to home, right?
Right. When's the last time you trained your staff?
Hey, Dr. Ben here. I hope you're enjoying this episode. If sometimes you feel overloaded or alone when it comes to building your brokerage, I want you to know that we are here for you. There's so much support available to agents, but hardly any dedicated to brokers. I want to personally invite you to schedule a complimentary strategy call where Matt will help you build a 3-step profitability plan that will immediately produce results. This is not a sales pitch. There's no obligation. Simply click the link in the description below. Now let's get back to the show.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, really trained them on something. Really sat down with them side by side and said, Tuesday at 2:00, we're going to sit down and we're going to make sure that you know how to do this. If there's one complaint I've heard from a lot of brokers consistently over a very long period of time, it is I pay for tech and my agents don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying grab your staff member who hates computers and tell them to learn KB Core. That is not what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah.
But what I am saying is if you got a staff member that absolutely loves KV Core and that is just somebody that digs tech, see if they could be somebody that could help you train some of the other people in your office. Now, I'm gonna ask you to expand that just a little bit whenever we talk about staff, though. It's not just about getting them trained so they can turn around and help you with training. I'm saying, did you make them better? How in the last year, what did you do with your staff that made them better at their job?
Yeah.
And do you have a plan of that? Or is there some way that on a regular basis you're going, okay, Betty Sue and Jimmy Joe and all the other people on staff, I'm going to make sure that they get better today or this year or this month or whatever the situation is.
Yeah.
How do I make them more effective at their job? Because if you're pouring into them, sometimes what happens, and I was guilty of this, you've got staff, you expect a lot. I expect a pretty decent amount out of myself, and so I expect a lot out of the people that are around me, right?
Yep.
And so if my staff, if the whole time I'm saying, hey, did you get this done? Is that done? Why isn't this like this? How come this isn't this way? I've already trained you. I've already given you the videos. I've already sent you to whatever. I've already done this. I've already done that. How come you're not doing that job the way that you're supposed to? I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing if they're not doing the job the way they're supposed to. Okay, that's a whole different conversation, probably to be had with a psychologist. But that's a whole different conversation. But that is taken a lot differently if at the same time you're saying, oh, by the way, and of course you're not going to say it like this, but just to get the point, hey, you screwed this up horribly, but I care about you as a member of this team. Yeah. Every week we're going to work on these things. I want to train you. I want you to get better. Here's the things that I need in the office. Are there any of those that I could work with you on a regular basis that could make you more valuable to the office? You're not going to say it like that, right? But that's the meaning, okay? Because they're not going to be perfect on anything they do, just like we're not perfect on anything we do.
Yeah.
If all you do is talk to them about the deficiencies and all they do is they know they're not doing it the way they're supposed to, and you're not doing anything that lets them excel in other places, then all they see when they show up to work is that strain.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Let them have the chance to be great at what they want to be great at, and you lean into them. Here's why I think a lot of brokers, again, including me, don't do this as much as they should. There's a lot of staff that was just very transient. Yeah. Agents are transient, right? They come in, they come and they go and all that kind of stuff, right? We talked to somebody yesterday who's been through 3 bookkeepers in the past 12 months, right?
Yep.
And so I get that, right? I promise I get that. That should not be a reason for you to not do the right thing with another human being.
Yeah.
Do the right thing. Can pour into them. Help them. Lean into that relationship with them. So which came first, the chicken or the egg? Are they leaving because you're not dealing with them in as effective as a way as possible? Or are they leaving because they're just bad people? If it happens once or twice, might be bad people. If it's happening a lot, it's time to take a look at how you're training them. Are you hiring the right people to the right role? It's not necessarily a good or bad person. It might be a good or bad fit for the job description.
Yeah. Yeah,
training's a way of curbing that.
Yeah, because they say like everybody's a genius in something, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, so it's maybe they're just sitting in the wrong seat on the bus. What book is that? Good to Great?
Yep, Good to Great, I think.
Yeah, written by Tom Collins. I don't think it's Tom.
Joking. I know what Tom Collins is.
I think it's maybe Jim Collins. I can't remember. I apologize for who wrote that book. But that being said, I'm scared to even go into the next one. We're starting to rate people. Right, and then talk about their expectations.
And then all of a sudden, Matt slides partner.
Yeah, right now it says partner over here. And I'm like, uh-oh. Let me say this, right, before Matt tears in.
I'm not suicidal.
Before Matt tears into me. Everybody got to, I got to soften him up a little bit here.
Brakes on my car are good.
I will say that I never, and let me finish here. I never have expectations for Matt. Because, man, whatever expectation I would have, you destroy it. I'm like, I don't want to set the bar too low.
Yeah, it's not enough.
All right, Matt, talk to us about partners.
Yeah. So, okay, so there are a lot of people right now that are struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Oh, their company is struggling. Right. Okay. Now might be the time to take a close look at whether you running your own brokerage is the best idea. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what I mean by that is you can absolutely keep your brokerage.
Yeah.
Bring in a partner.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. When I say bring in a partner, so all right, so I don't want to get too squirrely on all of this, okay? But just I want to give some options to hopefully make some people think.
Yeah, I like it.
When somebody says, "Hey, get a real estate partner," man, where am I going to find another broker that thinks the way that I think? Oh my God, that's probably a terrible idea most of the time.
Yeah.
You don't want another real estate person to be your partner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Work with them, great. That's a fantastic idea. But what if you have two conflicting ideas on that?
Absolutely.
Right? Somebody's got to lead. You know what might be a good partner is somebody that's got their own mortgage company.
Yeah.
You know who might be a good partner? Somebody that's got their own title company. You know who might be a good partner? Somebody that owns a property management thing. You know who might be a good partner? Somebody that doesn't have any idea what the hell they're doing in real estate.
Yeah.
And that comes on and brings a completely different skill set than what you bring. That might be
an
a
entrepreneur.
great partner. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I know I just said another real estate broker is not a great idea. Okay, that's not exactly what I meant.
Rewind it. Rewind it.
Don't get pigeonholed into thinking a certain way about who a partner would be.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ben was 2 years in the business whenever we partnered up to do this. 2 years in the real estate business whenever we partnered up to do that. He has been a huge benefit in a lot of different ways of how we look at what we do with our business. Okay.
I appreciate that, Matt.
Yep. And so, but we'll rate
He's
you
gonna
later.
be like, but
We'll rate you later.
off camera. Bring it on.
So what this means is I knew that there were certain things that I just wasn't good at that I needed help. You know a tremendous amount about marketing, right? And technology doesn't fall apart when it touches your fingertips like it does mine, right?
Yeah. I put it back together.
That's right. And so all of those things are benefits, and that's what the business needed. So that's why we did what we did, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times brokers say, "Man, I'm going to look around at the other real estate offices in my market and see if anybody would be a good fit." Oh, there's nobody that's a good fit here.
Yeah.
Look other places.
Yeah.
There might be an insurance company that is crushing it, that wants to be a silent partner with your company. You still run the real estate company. They own a portion of it, but there's a cash and capital and a resource infusion that you wouldn't have had before, let alone a partnership now that you can leverage in business expertise and blah, 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 fill in the blank, right?
Yeah. Got to get those blinders off.
Absolutely. So whenever we talk about a partner and growing your real estate business, don't just look at other real estate companies. There's going to be opportunity with real estate companies.
Of course.
Okay, that's the backpedaling, rewinding thing that I was doing. There are a lot of people over the next couple of years that are going to get out of the real estate business. I'm not saying because of the market. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
The market.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Absolutely. The market is going to happen as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just the chance to look around and go, okay, is there some way somehow that I could do something that could make a difference with my company by partnering with somebody that might help me go to a different place than just a couple of real estate brains sitting next to each other.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Cool.
I love the teamwork makes the dream work, man.
Yeah.
And so anything with collaboration and there's probably some ways. I'm gonna ask one more question before I kind of let us sign off here. There's probably some ways that you can narrow down just pretty quick, like, yeah, this is not going to be the right person, to partner with. Mm-hmm. And, everyone that, kind of talks to us, they can tell, like, Matt's the ideas guy, right? Like, Matt's got an endless amount of ideas and obviously executes at an extremely high level. I am not the ideas guy. I don't come up with a lot of ideas. But I'm pretty good at taking those ideas and being like, okay, let's turn that into this thing, or
how will everybody look at it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I bring that up because when you're looking for that partner, if you're looking for that partner, gosh, you're just really looking for someone that complements what you're doing. And Traction talks about it. You know it better than I do. What are those two people that you
executor and innovator?
Yeah, that kind of thing. And so we talk about that with Dwayne all the time. Man, you need to find this person, that kind of thing. And And so understand there's a lot of resources out there that if you are interested in a partner, take a look at the resources around you to really help you determine. To help look at this person fits that role. You don't necessarily want to find somebody that's exactly like you. I
Absolutely.
guess is what I'm trying to say here. So
So let me add one quick thing.
Please, I'll
make it super quick. Oh, that rating list that we talked about.
Yep.
That's going to have some of those answers for you.
Yeah. Great point. Perfect, guys. Well, rate this show on a scale of 5 to 5. And then after you do that, make sure you go to iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Deezer, and hit that follow button. I go to YouTube if you're watching us there. What's up? And hit that red subscribe button. You get notified every time we drop a new episode. When you smash that bell, please hit that thumbs up. That helps the algorithm tell YouTube that we're doing such a great job. Go to Brokerpreneur Podcast. Check out all the cool things that we have there. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to email me the struggles that you're having with your brokerage so that we can talk about them right here on Brokerpreneur Podcast. Check out all the links down there in the description below with my email address. And Matt, we do this and everything else that we do for one reason alone. Tell them what that is.
We just want to be part of your win.